Welcome back, and this is where we get interactive with you on the issues we've been discussing, from galamsey to persons with disability and how we treat them ahead of the elections. We'd like to find out from you, what's on your mind? What would you like to share with us this morning? I see a lot of you are talking on social media about Lydia Sairam Al-Hassan. Well, if you call in and talk about that, be charitable. The number to call 0302 211 691 0302 211 691. But sweetie, do you remember that Shaggy song? It wasn't me. Enyamia. I wasn't the one.
Deny till you die. That's a campaign.
you know, the interesting one is the representative from Lydia Al-Hassan, yesterday.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Vehemently denying something. To the point where Brace had to describe that, the video to him. He said, no, there's nothing like that.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Let's get to our callers. Ibrahim is on the line with us. Welcome to the AM show. What's on your mind?
Yeah, good morning, madam.
Good morning, Ibrahim.
Yeah, I just have a little contribution to add. This year's election, I pray that we should keep it successfully and end it effectively. Any party that comes to power, whether NDC, NPP, PPP, or whatever that we can think of, let's all rally behind it. At the end of it, for the person to form a good government. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ibrahim. Remember, it's just 3 days to go. Don't wear party colors to the polling stations. Don't go and try and play an arbiter when someone is dead. Security forces are ready to handle any issues that come up. Just go, vote. Don't take pictures of your ballot paper. Put it in there quietly and go back home. But if you encounter some persons with disabilities, elderly people, pregnant women especially, or people who are generally ill, do the best you can to aid them to go. Of course, Ghanaians don't like it when you jump a queue, right? But for the sake of those who, need that help, please be kind enough to offer it then.
Yeah, and maybe I might add, don't use sample ballots. And Charlie, on social media yesterday, I saw some interesting stuff, and I just smiled and moved on.
You really can't argue this out, then. He says it's a sample ballot.
But the bottom line is, if it was what you were saying, why did you delete it? You should have left it there. Because he says he will do it again on the 7th. So why did he delete it?
So the sample ballot papers have serial numbers, different serial numbers.
He says they are exactly the same. But if you know the processes, this is what he's saying. So if those are samples, then can we trust the electoral process in terms of what could be in the custody of some of these political parties or members of political parties? But that is the situation on the ground.
We have another caller. Hi, good morning. Welcome to the AM show. Tell us your name, where you're calling from, and you can have your say.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
We can hear you now. Go ahead.
Please, my name is Tyro. I'm calling from Tamale.
Go ahead, share your thoughts with us.
Yes, I think we Afghans, we all want peace before, during, and after the election.
Okay, thank you.
But I want to say that the issue about the MP who is said to be sharing food, I don't think anything is wrong with that. It's cooked food. It was cooked food, not raw one. So we cannot say, okay, the security agencies, aren't they human beings? If somebody is compassionate enough to provide food for them, what's wrong with that?
Well, it's a matter of law. The law says we should not treat people at the polling station.
Somebody you are in queue to vote, somebody has given you food to eat.
My brother, are you aware of the law governing elections?
Yes.
Are you aware of the law? Do you know what it says about those actions that she engaged in together with
what
others?
I am saying is that, fine, it is not raw food, as in a bag of rice, oil, and all those things. It is just something cooked for somebody to eat.
You are making the mistake
after
of...
voting, they'll go and buy food. So if somebody is kind enough to provide food for them, what's wrong with that?
All right, thank you. Thank you very much for calling and sharing your thoughts. But let's clarify. I think he was trying to distinguish between raw food and masa. It has nothing to do with raw or cooked. Don't go and treat anybody, whether it's an LED TV or sachet water or whatever. It is a don't. It's a no-no. Don't go and do it. Don't come on TV and start talking about it was cooked food. It wasn't raw food. Has nothing to do with the issue.
In fact,
don't treat. And treat here is used in the legal sense. Hello, good morning. We have another caller on the line. Hello.
Good morning, my brother.
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm Eric. I'm calling from.
Eric from where? Please speak up for us, please.
Eric from 25.
All right, go ahead, Eric.
I want to comment on the program, and the caller who just called and was like, there wasn't any problem with sharing food. And you see, we have come to a community where we are gradually losing our conscience. Our conscience. There is a saying that there is no ignorance with the law. And this is not somebody who is ignorant of the law. This is a member of parliament, a legislative party for that matter, who by means of entering the parliament would have read of the constitution and the laws of this country. And he knows very well of the PNDC law that emphatically states on issues as such. So you can say that it is somebody who is bent. She is bent on creating chaos. And that lady must be brought to the limelight of every time she appears in the scene, her personality is trying to create chaos. And there are edges in this country, and they must put her under control. You can't say that it is a cooked food. Is that food going to satisfy those security men for the rest of their lives? Did they have a fasting that maybe they were at a church meeting and they had a fasting overnight and they didn't eat and they had to eat there at all costs to survive? These are security personnel who are trained to be able to sustain themselves even for days. They can go without food for days. So why should you go there? And she has the effrontery of even hugging some of them. You see, we have to call a spade in this country.
All right.
This country is all we had.
Yeah.
If you have traveled before and you have experienced war as a child, I experienced war. I grew somewhere in Nigeria. I experienced war. If you have traveled before and you have ever experienced the outcome of war, you won't sit and be saying what you are saying that is just food. We have only Ghana. This is the only country some of where we have. We don't have anywhere. We don't have even...
I think your point is made. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining
I've sat in circles.
Conversation.
In fact, where I went to braid my hair, where I sat down and listened to ordinary people. I didn't participate in the conversation. And they were saying, emphatically, about me, he doesn't know who he would vote for, but on the day, whoever gives him money is the person who gets his vote. So I asked him, do you know that that's wrong? No one should give you money before you vote. And he says, well, Charlie, we have another caller. Hi, good morning. Tell us your name and have your say. Hello, please turn down the volume on your TV set and listen to us on your phone. Now, tell us your name and have your say.
I think we've lost that caller.
Yeah, but there is another caller on the line. Hi, good morning. Tell us your name, where you're calling from, and have your say. Say again.
What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Wanda. I'm calling from Dodowa.
Go ahead.
Okay, so on the issue of the video circulating about Honorable Lydia, I would say it is an act of impunity she cannot tell anybody that she's not aware of the law. She's very much aware. But because she knows that nothing will happen at the end of the day, and you can't say you are hungry so you can go and steal. The law says don't steal. The law did not say because you are hungry, or if you are hungry, you can go and steal. Don't steal. So if the law says don't give them anything when they are about to vote, or they are in a queue to vote, why will you come and say you are a mother? Why haven't you given them food before they come to join the line to vote? But you wait when they are in the queue, then you say you are giving them food. In any case, did they tell you that they are hungry? Has any of them asked her that they were hungry?
But the service, some of the service people,
they have not eaten before coming there.
Some of the service
to
people
influence the people.
Some of the service people also took the food. So what would you say to that?
Yes, those who have taken the food, they should be called because they are supposed to know better. They are supposed to know better because on the day, on Saturday, since it is against the law, if you see somebody influencing somebody with food or something, or even meat or drink, as a security person, what will you do? Since you have taken it yourself, will you have the moral right to be able to say the person has offended the law?
Okay.
So this thing, the OSC, I don't know, it will not get anywhere. There was a time that an MP gave an envelope to somebody during the by-election. And that matter has been reported to the OSC. Up to now, nobody knows what has happened to that issue. So this thing will not go anywhere. It is an act of impunity. And that is what we are going to see on Saturday.
All right,
that is a recipe for chaos.
Wanda, thank you so much for calling.
Let's not say we're going to see, acts of impunity on that day. Let's hope for the best. But in that instance, he mentions, it's kind of like corruption, right? The one who takes and the one who gives are both complicit. And I found it very disheartening that if they were giving, you as a security official, you were also taking. So it strikes both ways in that scenario.
So while we're chastising Lydia Sarah,
we might as well
chastise the security personnel those who took the food. There is another caller. I like that you're calling in. Good morning. Tell us your name, where you're calling from, and share your thoughts with us. Oh, that's not a good sound to hear. Do we still have the caller online with us?
Doesn't appear we do. You can call that number at the bottom of your screen, 0302-211-691, 0302-211-691. What are your thoughts for us? And in between, we'll try to do some voter education. When you vote, note that you must vote well. If you go this way, it may cross over to the next one. So vote sideways, right? Clean your hand with the tissue before you fold this way, and then you put it in there to avoid your vote not counting, because every ballot counts.
And if you don't, if you can't find your voter ID, you can still go to the polling station to vote because it's a biometric verification system. So they can still verify your thumbprint, your credentials, and you can still vote. So don't let anything stop you. In a democratic dispensation of this country, this is the parts that you play in it. So go out there on Saturday and make sure that your vote matters in this country. Benjamin Akakpo, you know another interesting thing, right? It's not everybody who watches political talk shows like these. And so while we are educating people and we are saying, analyze the issues and compare the manifestos and so on and so forth, there are a huge percentage of Ghanaians who will still vote for T-shirts and
they are not voting on
and money.
Issues.
We have another caller on the line. Good morning.
From the Vice President's hometown, actually.
Oh, okay.
Hello, what's your name?
I'm called Joseph Al-Hassan.
Joseph, what are your thoughts for us?
I'm not thinking about what they are talking about, this thing. The food distribution, the food where the Honorable Minister distributed to the voters. Yes, did you know why it's going on like that? When you look at your constitution, the time 1992 Constitution, when they were drawing the Constitution, the major people were not there. So it is corrupt. The Constitution itself is corrupt. Because if you are making a law and then the lawmakers are not there, how do you make the law?
What?
Because when they were doing it, I could see that the Ghana Bar Association weren't involved. They were not involved. So that is why all this thing is causing, or is happening, sorry. That's why it's happening too.
All right, thank you for those thoughts. Let me just, I don't want to say correct, but there were, sometimes dust is thrown in the eyes of people and they are told, oh, hairdressers and seamstresses were the ones who put together the Constitution. They were there. But you also had, if I'm not mistaken, Dr. Nana S.K.B. Asante, among a lot of legal luminaries, thinkers, people from, what they wanted to do was to have people from all walks of life getting involved in framing the Constitution. And you talk about lawmakers were not there. They were starting a new era. They were now going to have legislators. So please get that right. We have a final caller.
Yes. Good morning. Your final caller. Tell us your name and have your say.
Yeah, my name is Ruben. I'm calling from Ningo Pampram District.
Hi, Ruben. Share your thoughts.
Yeah. Please, I'm concerned about these two political parties, the major parties. That's MPP and NDC. I want to say, if they deny us justice, they shouldn't ask for peace. Because the justice make me equal before the law. And I know peace also make them equal before the law. So they shouldn't deny me the justice, looking for peace from my side. So please, that's what I want to say to the political party.
Thank you so much.
Our votes have to count. They shouldn't steal our vote.
Thank you so much, Ruben. Thank you all so much for calling in. That's all that time will allow us to do. And that's our show for today. I'm Sweetie Abochi.
My name is Benjamin Akako, and we leave you in the hands of the Joy News Desk crew. They'll be coming your way shortly. And tomorrow, we'll be back here to do this for God and country. Have a wonderful day.